In today's episode of the Pathmonk Presents podcast, I got a very interesting guest here with me today. I'm with Sacha Zgarka, and he's heading over from the folks over at Nixa. And Nixa is a digital development house where we basically get you guys getting apps, webs, software, and all that. So they master the most innovative and on-demand programming languages in order to get your products out the door. So welcome to the show, Sacha.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, yeah. So maybe tell us a little bit more about Nixa. What is it all about?
Yeah, so Nixa has been around for a bit over 10 years. We're located in Montreal, downtown Montreal, Canada. As you said, we specialize in complex web app software development. Everything is done by our team in-house, so we don't outsource anything at all. We won many awards, which we're quite proud of. Like, for example, last year we won top web development firm in Canada. The year before that, top one in Quebec. We've won a lot of awards for some of the projects we've done. For example, one of the projects we've done, we won top entertainment website in the world, which we're very proud of. So basically Nixa is really a team of just highly skilled individuals all working together, in a really beautiful way. Our focus is not just having, the highest qualified and high skilled people, but you really have to be a good person in order to be part of the team at Nixa.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a very exciting company to be a part of when we see some of the cool projects we work on, and as a result, the uses for them, it's really gratifying. So that's kind of Nixa in a ballpark. Yeah.
Very cool. And maybe tell us a little bit about the organizations that benefit the most. Like, who would be sort of, how does a company look like that benefits most from you guys? Is there certain, does the app need to have certain requirements? Like maybe tell us a bit more about a great fit, really.
Sure. Well, I mean, who benefits the most? Obviously, our clients. We are a service company, so we develop products for our clients, right? So obviously, our clients obviously benefit greatly because let's say, their vision becomes reality once we develop it. But I wouldn't stop there. I'd say a lot of people benefit from it, and like basically the end users. I mean, we develop a lot of our projects involve healthcare, finance, really all sorts of projects. And it's obviously not just our clients, but it really the end user benefits from from the products we develop. So, I mean, when you look at it, again, health, finance, fitness, entertainment, retail, media. So, I mean, that's a lot of end users. So, I mean, at the end of the day, millions of people end up benefiting from what we do.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Now, how do folks learn about Nixa? Like, what's the journey that they're going through in terms of sort of the channels that they walk through in order to get to know you guys and getting started?
Yeah. So, we obviously, our reputation, we're quite known in the industry, especially in Canada. So, I mean, people know about Nixa within the industry. They know that when they have quite a complex project to develop that most other firms just don't have the capacity or the know-how to do,
Mm-hmm.
they know that Nixa will be able to take care of it. So, I mean, reputation for sure, which is basically, we deliver on time, we deliver quality, we deliver on budget, which is very, very rare in our industry.
Yeah.
So, which is in part why we've built such a strong reputation. So definitely reputation, as well as very strong SEO. So, I mean, we do get quite a bit of inquiries through Google, which obviously we have to qualify before we before we get started. So, I mean, I'd say it's really a mix of our reputation and SEO. We don't spend money on AdWords. We haven't done any like active paid marketing so far.
Mhm.
Not saying that could, I'm not saying that's not going to change in the future. Who knows? But as of now, it's really been, just being known in the industry for excellence and very strong SEO.
Very good. And what role do you attribute to the website? Because for agencies, the website can sometimes play a very central role in generating clients. On the other side, sometimes it can be a little bit of a side thing because people get a lot of referrals and the likes. Like, how do you think about the page? Like, what role do you think it plays for Nixa?
Well, I mean, our page, we're actually in the process of revamping it. But I mean, it's good. There's call to action. We do have the live chat, which is quite useful. We get quite a bit of of engagement through there. I mean, really, the goal is call to action, right? So I mean, they could contact us. They could contact us live chat. It's simple, simple in the sense that, you could get the information relatively quickly that you're looking for. We've actually gotten pretty solid positive feedback from our webpage. But I mean, being who we are, we're constantly looking to innovate, right? So I mean, this particular page, it's been on there for, I'd say, maybe a year, and we're already looking to to improve and revamp it. But at the end of the day, when you have a website and your goal is to lead generation in a sense, you got to have good call to action, which I believe we do.
Now, that actually brings me to a follow-up question on that, because actually we do have a lot of people on the show that are in that either just finished a revamp or they're just before a revamp. What do you think is actually the challenge about getting a revamp successful in the end? Like, what are the key things to consider in your perspective?
Well, obviously, the project needs to be defined properly. Requirements, all that all needs to be pretty clear from the start. In a lot of cases, let's say our clients don't really have the project defined. In that case, we would start with doing a high level design, low level design, basically defining the features, defining the architecture of the project, and then quoting the the revamp. So I mean, it's really on a case by case basis, but I mean, for things to run smoothly, obviously, on our end, we're on top of it when it comes to follow-ups. It's part of the Nixa experience is quality, not just in like the development work we do, but also the client relation, right? So I mean, we're on top of our follow-ups. We do sometimes weekly or bi-weekly sprint meetings with the clients, basically just to show them the progress. We also have individual custom client dashboards where they could track basically the progress in real time. So they could track the hours worked for each task. So everything is very, very transparent, which I think is key, when working on a, website, any project really. On the client side, the key part is, I guess, for them to stay organized as well. Get us the content on time and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a two-way street, but oftentimes most of the time we take the lead. We try to have the clients, for it to be as painless as possible when it comes to, but we do obviously need them to, meet certain deadlines in the sense of, approvals, content, and all that. So I'd say that, when that kind of syncs together, that's when, I guess, when magic happens.
Cool. Then two sort of, inspirational questions before we wrap it up today. The first one would be, if there would be no boundaries in technology, right? You would have a magic wand. What's the one single thing you would fix for your role as a marketer?
That's a good question. What is the thing? Magic wand is a thing as a marketer. Interesting. That's you might have stumped me there. I mean, if I had a magic wand, I mean, I kind of know actually what it is. Now that I think about it, it's we're pretty niche in what we do, right? So I mean, our clients, I guess in a sense, are at a certain level, So I mean, we deal with big clients who have big budgets, who have complex projects, right? So I mean, right there, those three fields kind of, they narrow it down. We're not talking about, just a simple, um, mom and pop organization that just want a website that's just business card website, right?
Mhm.
So I guess as a marketer, if I had a magic wand, it would be to, I guess, reduce the time of the qualification process,
Yep.
you know, uh, have it really targeted, which I mean, we do in a sense, right? But if I had a magic wand, it would really be to, um, you know, really have those types of clients, be marketed to, which again, we do in a sense, but we do spend a lot of time having to, you know, qualify clients and then in turn having to let them know that, look, we don't think it's a fit.
Makes sense. Now, if today would be your first day at Nixa, what's the one advice that you would give yourself?
What's the one advice I would give myself? I'd say you're about to embark on an awesome journey. Buckle up, you know. You're gonna learn something new every day, so stay curious. And I guess just be yourself, like be yourself. I know it sounds cliche, but I mean it's been working out, right? Um, and just really like just enjoy every minute of it because which I have honestly, even in those days when you have back-to-back meetings all day, you don't even have time to do lunch, like
Mm.
it's some days are crazy, right? Every day is busy, but some days are hectic, right? But I do make it a point to take a step back and enjoy it because you learn through those times, right? And it makes you better at your job, it makes you better as a person.
Mm.
And so yeah, so I guess the advice, I mean, I have been following it. I never gave myself advice, but yeah, it would be just enjoy the ride, really enjoy what you do. And you know, when you love what you do great work.
Sacha, thanks a lot for being a guest on Pathwing Presents.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.